Slyke at second, and Kevin Young against Frank Tanana. The double off the right field wall. Van Slyke scores. 3-0 Pirates. They led 4-1 heading into the ninth. In the ninth, it was 4-3 Pittsburgh. And Tony Fernandez at third, 2 outs. Pinch hitter Joe Ursulak against Stan Belenda. The grounder, and Carlos Garcia can't handle it. Fernandez scores, and Jeff given a stay of execution. Top of the 10th, second and third for the Pirates, and Hojo robs Jeff King, and we're tied at 4. Bottom of the 10th. Dave Gallagher at first, Bobby Bonilla. The other way, off Blast Minor. And the Blast wins it for the Mets 6-4. And Jeff Torborg, he takes the curtain call with his former team. The last time he would do so. Just too nice, they kept saying. Just too nice. I thought nice guys finish first occasionally. Not
Tough night for John Orton in many senses. We'll show you that in a minute. McDowell goes the distance. His rival in the game, Mark Langston, 7 1/3 shutout, and Ozzie Guillen on the snapper. Scoreless in the 8th inning. Chad Curtis in his second season with the Angels, delivering big time. 2 men on, and he hits it where they ain't. Both runners score, and the Angels are up 2-0. As we said, a tough night for John Orton. How tough? Joe Gray pitching. George Bell calls timeout. Everybody in the ballpark knows it except Bong! John, hello, McFly. Hello, John. Anyway, Gray got it all done. Bases loaded in the 8th. 1-2-3 double play, and the Angels go on to the 2-0 victory, and a big one against McDowell, who has a decision in each of his 9 starts this year. And after 7 mediocre ones, he'd come up big the last 2. The final score here, notwithstanding, Angels now a game and a half behind the Chi Sox. Elsewhere, the rejuvenated Eric Hansen went for 6-0 at Arlington, trailing 2-1 to the Rangers in the 6th. 2 men on. Ivan Rodriguez, the chopper towards short. Nice pickup, Omar Vizquel. Bad throw, Omar Vizquel. Tino Martinez drops it. Julio Franco scores. Mariners led 3-2 in the 9th. Jay Buhner in as a pinch hitter against Tom Henke. To deep center field, a solo shot to tie the game at 3. But Buhner would have to go into right field in the bottom of the 9th. And Hansen's still in there. Rodriguez goes the right way to Hansen, or to Buhner, rather, and watch that. Little cosmic retribution. Rodriguez gets a triple out of it. A moment later, Doug Strange pulls the ball down the line for the game-winning single. Strange is the hero as the Rangers pull out a 4-3 victory. Hansen, 13 strikeouts, a losing cause. With victories not necessarily being a good sign for a closer, consider this about Henke's 3rd win of the year.
Gone. 4th on the year, 1-0 Phils. West breaking out of a 1-for-17 slump. Tied at 1 in the 5th, Pete Incaviglia. Gone. Look at Jeff Conine, left fielder. He says, well, I might as well admired it as well. 2-run shot, number 4 for Inky. Phils up 3-1. It was 3-2 Phils in the 7th. Mark Davis pitching. 2 on, 2 out. Mickey Morandini. Junior Felix grounder eats him up and loads the bases after Chuck Carr walked to tie it at 3. Rich Renteria singles to center, brings in Walt Weiss and Junior Felix. And the Marlins pick up the victory over Jim Fergosi. And they do it in impressive fashion as they come from behind to do so. Brian Harvey retired all 4 batters he faced for his 12th save. Davis saddled with the loss. Tom Glavine took his perfect record out for the Expos to inspect. In the 2nd, scoreless, Ron Gant at the plate. It's now 1-0 Braves. Gant's 8th of the season. This one off Jeff Shaw. Expos kept it close with defense. Just ask Greg Olson. That's him getting robbed by Will Cordero, starting the 6-4-3 double play. Just ask Greg Olson. A sure hit, right? Larry Walker out there, Gold Glove. Platinum. Larry Walker. May not have the best arm of any right fielder. Witten would probably argue with that, but glove work, he's the best. Glavine perfect through 5. Nurses the 1-0 lead into the 9th. Got some leather work from David Justice, who robs Delino DeShields. 2 outs. Could Glavine hold on for the shutout? Larry Walker. Foul pop, and look who is running. Terry Pendleton. Great jump on the ball and hauls it in and gives it up as well. 1-0 the final. Glavine's 11th career shutout, but the shutout came against a team he has always had trouble with. Glavine now 4-11 lifetime against the Spos.
It's the bottom of the 1st. Darren Lewis, the leadoff hitter, Andujar Cedeno. He only does this when I'm narrating the highlights. 7 errors to today. 2 batters later, Lewis on second after another stolen base. Will Clark to Eric Anthony. Looks like Earl Anthony. Steve Wright, 1-0 Giants as Lewis scores. 3 batters later, still the first. Willie McGee rips one down the first base line, past Bagwell. Matt Williams scores. Barry Bonds scores. 4-zip Giants, first triple of the year. The Giants do not get another hit into the 8th. Hardish was terrific and loses the game, 6-3. 2 more RBI, 37 now for Williams, meaning he's only 29 away from matching his total for all of last year. 3 straight over the Stros, drops Houston 4 back. Is it Houston, goodbye? On Elysian Park Avenue, baseball history, first ever broadcast in Chinese, intentionally, that is. An intentional Chinese broadcast. That was clear. Corey Snyder was the gentleman there, and it was Chris Berman doing our play-by-play. Anyway, Tom Candiotti singled up the middle to score Snyder in the game you may have seen on ESPN. Candiotti's first career RBI, 3-2 Dodgers, still in the 6th. Brett Butler doubles to right field. Caro scores 4-2 L.A., and defense then kept the lead for L.A. Bip Roberts, Brett Butler, and he left skid marks. Strawberry and Lasorda had a tete-a-tete, as they say. Tom Candiotti's second win of the season, first RBI since April of last year, 2 in his...
Toronto. Yes, a Marty McSorley fan on hand. And speaking of Marty, he hits Doug Gilmour in the face. So what does Gilmour do to get back? These two have been going at it. All right, nobody's looking. A little push back, swing, and then how about a headbutt like John Starks? No, he wouldn't headbutt. He did. First period, Doug Gilmour. Nikolai Borshevsky back to Gilmour. Prettiest goal of the night. 1-0 lead. Second period, it's the gritty, gutty Doug Gilmour. You're not looking, Tony Granato. Take that. Still in the second, 2-1 leads. Granato gets his revenge. That's Tony right there. We're tied at 2. And Mike Myers sighting, looking for Wayne's World, and you found it. And he's a Leafs fan. He sees Wayne Gretzky, finds Tomas Sandstrom, and that's a Kings victory. 3-2, that's your game winner. Pat Burns, a loser at home. We're tied at 1. After the game, Canadian TV personality Don Cherry called Melrose, quote, a candy ass because the Kings coach wouldn't go on TV with him. Games 3 and 4 will be at the Forum
Stadium. The hero of the hour, Greg Vaughn. 4-1 Tigers in the 3rd. Well, not anymore. With 2 men on, the tie game 4-4 of John Doherty.
It's out of here.
9 this year for Greg Vaughn. Some great defense in this game. Mickey Tettleton pops it back of third. Dickie Thon working from the hot corner towards the tarp and extension. Yes. Scott Livingstone, meanwhile, with a different kind of great play at third for the Tigers against Robin Yount. He says, Yount this. And then the other kind of defense. Top of the 5th, Tigers already with 2 runs in the inning. Travis Fryman. Here's a fly ball to left. Kevin Reimer moving to his right, moving to his right, moving to his left, moving. Hello. Get a map. Phillips scores. Fryman gets a triple. 4 RBI for Vaughn. 11 in the last 5 games as Milwaukee wins the battle of the teams that have both installed rotating advertising panels behind home plate and have both wondered why fans are alienated. Yankees and the Twins at the Hump Dome. Top of the first, 2 men on. Danny Tartabull breaks out of his slump with a 3-run homer off Scott, don't call me Dennis Erickson. 3-0 Yankees, but the Twins would come back. Bottom of the 4th, it's already tied 4-4. 2 out. Dave Winfield celebrating his 53rd year in the majors. This is over Deion James' head, and he waved for help. As you saw, Puckett scores, Herbeck scores, 6-4 Twins. Called for a fair catch, in fact. Winfield moving up on the total base hit ladder, the total bases ladder, rather. The top of the 7th, Jim Leyritz on a pinch hit job off the wall. Tartabull on the double. 7-6. Yankees score 5 in the 7th. It's 10-6 Yankees in the 8th. Oh, dear. 455-foot home run. That's my guess on this thing by Matt Noakes. 11-6, the Yankees win. I was right. 455. Just a wild guess. The Yanks pick up ground on Detroit. Twins have just 8 wins at home thus far this year. Only the Marlins and the Rockies have been worse.
But usually with an Oakland uniform. 14-6 lifetime against the Sox.
This is sent well out to left field. Up off the middle of the mound. Here's 2 on Riles. Fastball ripped past Alomar. And the Red Sox are romping at Fenway. Hits it hard past Sprague. A single to left field. Oh, and it got through Griffin. That's going to cost 3 runs. That's drilled to center field. Here comes run number 8. Washington. Carter can't catch up with this. Another run scored. They're in double figures.
That would be a montage of hits. Stu finally lifted, and speaking of lifting, how about the ERA? Watch it grow. Just add water. 1 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 10 earned runs. 10 earned runs, no home runs. 72 innings at Fenway without a dinger. We go to Camden for the O's and the Tribe. And David Segui and Sherman Obando each contributed 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Even when Sherman doesn't do anything well, I just like to say Obando. To Kansas City for the Royals and the A's in a rough night for A's starter Sean Hilligas. Up 2-0 when the Royals came to bat in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, Mike McFarland brings in George Brett and Wally Joyner were tied at 2. The worst was yet to come. The Royals sent 14 men to the plate in the first inning, including Wally Joyner, who had 2 hits in the inning. Felix Jose, Brian McRae scored 9-2 after 1 run short of the American League record for runs after 2 outs. A's rally in the 5th. Mike Bordick brings in Seitzer and Scott Leidy. Leidy beats the throw, and it's 9-6 Royals. The Eck in. The A's down 10-8, and that is Chris Gwynn in the 8th. The Gapper, a triple. Wally Joyner scores. The Royals cruise, winning it 13-8. Both teams had 14 hits.
Back off the DL, the rookie goes against the Cubs, and we had controversy. 1 on, bottom of the 7th, 2 out. Bernard Gilkey with the looper to right. No chance for Sammy Sosa. This will be a triple. Rod Brewer will score. 4-3 Cards, or maybe not. Joe Torre has a problem. Here's why. For the second time in 24 hours, a run is taken off the board. The ball bounced past Sosa, and it hit part of what would make it a ground rule double. They send Brewer back to third. He does not score, and the Cubs do. First and second, still 3-3 top of the 8th. Break that open. Mark Grace scores Wilson with the go-ahead run, and the Cubs win 5-3. 3 earned, 1 walk, 6 hits, and 6 strikeouts in Arocha's first start since his return from the DL. The reliever, Rob Murphy, gets the loss, however. Ex-Padre farmhand Lance Painter makes his big league debut for the Rockies in San Diego. Rocky indeed. Bottom of the first, meet Fred McGriff. Look at that thing. Tony Gwynn scores. Ricky Gutierrez scores. And it is 2-0 San Diego. Top of the 4th, 3-zip Pods. Darryl Boston getting one of his infrequent starts and taking Greg Harris out of the yard. He had 2 on the day. First time he's done that since he was with the White Sox in '87. 3-1 Pods, though. And Painter gets torched again in the 5th. Tim Tuffle ripping the double down the line. Derek Bell scores. Padres with 3 in the 5th. Bell 3 for 4 with a homer. Harris gets the complete game, a rare thing for the Rocks. Painter, major league debut, 12 hits, 6 runs, 4 1/3, 40 games into the season. Painter is the 8th different starting pitcher the Rocks have tried.